20. Okay, Rabotai. The shir tonight is Lilun Ishmad Agdaz Chaya Bat Sarah וגם רחל בת רבקה. ונשם ששב נליד שגול מחייל חייל בגן עדן. להבדיל בין חיים לחיים. We're also learning רפואת שלמה מזל בת ליזה. If there's anyone else's name to mention, we can mention them as well.
Somebody you know?
This is Rami's grandma. Okay. So, Rabotai, we are in the volume 22 of the Tzurba Rabbanan, the 7th volume of the Shabbos volumes. Dr. Harold Magda of Katz volume, the Lax Family Edition. We are in the middle of Shir Vav, and actually towards the end of Shir Vav. And we are on page 311. Okay. So, tonight, what we're starting with is that we already saw that there's issues of carrying, and carrying means carrying Dalad Amot in Reshut Rabim, or carrying from Reshut Rabim to Reshut Yahid, or from Reshut Yahid to Reshut Rabim, right? Carrying, picking up, putting down, carrying in, all these are issues. And in order to go around these issues, we have to make the area enclosed, okay? Today we said that Poskim hold, and Halacha L'Ma'aseh says the way the Poskim tell me. I asked Rabbi Yigal Chaimov today. I said, "Is there anywhere considered Reshut Rabim Doraita today?" And he told me no. He said there is no more Reshut Rabim Doraita. Everything is considered a Rabbanan. So everything is a Carmelite. Everything. Wow. A different shita of how you count and stuff like that. Of course, Rav this and that. But like we said, the Chatam Sofer said.
You have.
Chatam Sofer said that you should do everything you're possible to make an Eruv. Right, and that was brought down to Avni Nezer, who said if someone goes out to try and not make an Eruv, he's going to be Mundin Shemai. And Chamavadi also was of the opinion to make Eruv, even in Flatbush, okay, even in Ocean Parkway. And he found ways to make it an Eruv. So even if it's an actual Rosh Hashanah, we talked about how to have the doors, right, Dal Tot, Royal Linol, in order to be, they have to be able to be locked, canister doors. We spoke about all these different things. Okay, now Lamaisa. The guy ends up in a place, there's no Eruv. Okay? It's a Reshut Rabim, whether it's the right to the Rabbanan, it's a Reshut Rabim. He's in a place that he can't carry. Okay? Eruv is down. Or they're in the area that there is no Eruv yet. Okay? Like, for example, in Left Rock City, we were working on building a Eruv there. They got the money, and then the weather is not very cooperative right now to put up the Eruv. So, Zat Hashem, they'll get it up shortly. They never had an Eruv in Left Rock City till now. So, and yeah, people are carrying there because they think I carry everywhere else. Why can I carry there?
Not so many people.
There's over 200 Jewish families living in Left Rock City.
Yeah, because before was not too many Jewish people.
No, for a long time there were a lot of Jews living there.
Yeah.
Since the 90s, when the Hawaiians came in from Uzbekistan, a lot of them moved into to Left Rock City.
I'm saying since the Bukhari, before.
Yeah, so since the 90s, we're talking.
Yeah.
Talking about 30-something years now. So Baruch Hashem, now they're in the process of putting up an Eruv. So what happens if you're in a place there's no Eruv? No Eruv. What can I take out? What can I not take out? Hotza'ah. Is that everything? Like if I'm wearing something, is that hotza'ah? Is that taking out? What is the gedder? What are the places that it's considered? What is considered? I'm wearing something that is bottled to me, or it's something that I am carrying. So the place to start is on source 48 on page 311. And this is a Gemara in Masechet Shabbat on Daf Kuf Mem Bet Amud Aleph. And the Gemara says as follows. Tana Kevete de Rava. There was a writer taught with the opinion of Rava. Hamoitzi Kelav Mikufalim Umu Nachim Al Ketefo. Person who carries out his clothes, folded and resting upon his shoulders, meaning he's not wearing it. V'sandala v'tabot habeyadon, and he's carrying his shoes or he's carrying his rings. He's not wearing them. It's in his hands. It's on his shoulders. He's moving them, not wearing them. Hayav. He's hayav. Why is he hayav? Because he's carrying them. That's hotza'ah. Ve'im haya melubash bahem. But if you went outside clothed in them, patur. He's patur. This patur doesn't just mean patur v'lasar. This means that it's okay. Right. Hamotzi adam v'chelav olav. Okay. The guy picks up a person and carries the person. Okay. Yeah. So he's picking up a person, he's moving the person. The sandal of raglav, the tabotav beyadav. So I'm picking up, let's give a name. I'm picking up Beryl, and Beryl is holding in his hands his shoes and his rings.
He's over.
Oh no. The sandal of beraglav, his feet, his sandals are on his feet, and his tabotav beyadav, and his rings are on his hands. So he's potter. I'm picking up Beryl. Beryl has on him clothing. Beryl has on him shoes he's wearing. And he's having his ring on his hand. Everything's wearing. It's potter. Why am I potter? I'm carrying him also. So the right that we say that a person carries himself, even if you're carrying him, right, it's considered he's carrying himself. If you can walk, so for that I'm potter. Okay, stuff that he's wearing, it's on him. It's bottled to him. So I'm potter also. V'ilu hotzian kemot shehen. But if he carried out the clothes as they are, meaning it's folded on his shoulder, or he's carrying his shoes in his hands, or his rings are held in his hand, not on his fingers, then hayav. Me. I'm picking him up. I'm moving him. I'm picking up and moving him. So since it's on him, I'm carrying him, I'm carrying his stuff. I'm hayav. So it comes out over here. The idea behind here is that if the person is wearing the clothing, seems that the clothing is batel to the person, and therefore it's not considered carrying. I'm wearing my clothing. It's my clothing. It's batel to me. It's not considered carrying. If I'm holding the clothing, holding the stuff, the item, then that is carrying. Okay. Now, there's another Gemara, and the Gemara here has a question. The Gemara's question is, we have two different halachot. And one says that something is batel to the person, and the other one says it's not batel to the person. Okay, we're in source 49. One second. Just find it over here. Okay. Amar Rava. Rava says, Hotzi Tinok Chai, if I am carrying in the Rishus Haravim a baby, a live baby, V'chis Talui V'tzavaro, and there is a purse, a bag, around the baby's neck. Hayav Mishum Kis. I am now Hayav. Here I'm carrying the baby, and on the baby is a purse, a bag, whatever it is. I'm Hayav Mishum Kis. So the Gemara asks, and it continues the Gemara. V'libatel Kis legabe Tinok. The Tinok, the child, is having the bag on him. So let it be batel.
That is food. That is his food.
That's on him. Right? We said if it's on the person, the guy's wearing the bag, he's wearing the shoe, he's wearing the ring, batel. So here he's wearing the purse. Let it be batel. Right? And the question is, Milo Tenan, did we not say, etahai b'mita, if I took out a person and I'm carrying him on a bed? Okay? Right. I took the baby with the bassinet, and I'm carrying the bassinet outside now with the baby. No Eruv, just like Rabim. Okay? Etahai b'mita, patur af alamita. There, I'm patur. Because remember, a human carries himself. Only so I'm, I do it, but it's patur.
The baby, no, but only if you can walk, no?
No, anything. Any living being is considered can carry himself.
Also,
okay, let's say it's not a baby. Let's say it's a little older kid.
Yeah, older.
Okay, let's use that. Get out of that question. He's able to walk. Okay, yeah. So I'm picking up the bed of the toddler bed. I got the toddler on it. I'm carrying the toddler out. Okay. I'm patur af lemita. Why? Because the bed is subordinate to the baby, to the child, to the person. So the Gemara has a question: how come the person that's on the baby, it's not batel, and how come the bed is batel?
Well, mita is to sleep on it. A purse, you really don't need it.
Oh, so he's saying very good. He's saying very good. Listen to what Chaim says. Listen to what the Gemara says. Mita legabe Chaim mevatele le. A bed is considered an accessory to a person. The person uses the bed. If it's an item that is used for the person, then it's batel, right? Legabe tinok lo mevatele. It's the kiss is not for the baby. It's not for the body of the baby. The bed is for the body of that child. Whoever. It doesn't make a difference. It's not being used for the body of the baby.
Right now.
The idea here is the bed is being used for the body. The body needs to sleep, so it's an accessory to the body. The kiss, it's a bag. It's not a bag. The body's not using it. It's a bag. It's not usable for the body. You can use things in the bag, but it's not a tzarech gufa. It's not in the battle. It's not bottle to the guf. That's the idea. So that's what comes out of the Gemara. Take a look at the Rambam. The Rambam in source 50, on page 312. Zeh haklal. This is the general rule. Kol hayotzeh bedavar. Whenever a person goes out wearing an item, she'eno metachshetav ve'en derech malvosh ve'hotzil kederech shemotziin oto davar hayav. If it's not something that is considered jewelry, or it's not something that is considered clothing, and he carries it regularly, he is now hayav for carrying.
Glasses.
So hold on, we're gonna see. Maybe not all glasses. Hold on, we're gonna have to get onto it. So one second. Let's build the idea. The Rambam says,
what is it? Tachshitav, right?
Right.
Tachshitav is more important than his glasses.
Whatever, I want you to maybe focus it this way. Whatever serves the body. Whatever serves the body. Whatever protects the body. Okay? Those are stuff that are bottled to the body, and therefore it's not considered hotza'ah. It's not considered carrying. Yeah. Okay? That's what Rambam says. Anything that's a tachshin doesn't necessarily have to be jewelry, accessory for the body, and any clothing is considered bottled to the body. It's not considered hotza'ah. Anything that's not, and you carry regularly, that's going to be hotza'ah. That's the Rambam. So Shmirat Shabbat Kilchata brings down the halacha, and he says, you have to take it out the way of wearing. If you're going to walk around with socks in your hands, you're carrying. You put socks on your feet, it's not carrying. Okay, like we said. Uveged mashmo, and what's considered a beged? Kol levush adam loy any garment that a person wears, v'hu bo lehagen al gufo, and it comes to protect the body. That's a beged. Okay? No, that's coming to serve the body. Or it has some need for the body. So depending on the day, the season, the weather, as well as where you are, what people wear, what's the common custom, whatever is worn, necessary to wear to protect, or is it tzarech for the body, it's okay.
Not using it. Winter gloves.
If there's no Eruv, we're talking today about no Eruv. Yeah, you can't. You can't have that's carrying. That's for sure carrying. You're not even wearing it. There's even a question: if I am wearing the gloves, can I walk gloves without an Eruv? That's another question. That might also be asur. We're going to see. We're going.
You just You're
gonna see. We're going to see. There's an interesting idea. There's an interesting idea, but we're gonna get there. Okay. Okay, now Yud Aleph. Take a look at the Aleph in source 51, number 11. Kol davar she'eino begeder malbush. It's not considered a beged. Anything is not a beged. Ach yesh lo leguf ha'adam tzarich bay, but it's needed for the body. Nikar b'fi chazal b'shem tachshit. That's considered jewelry, what we call jewelry, accessory for the body. Bein im tachshit zeh nir le'enei b'nei adam u'bein im lo. Whether it is or it is not seen by the people, it's considered an accessory and it would be permissible to wear. So the Shmirat Tzurba says very simply, if it's a protection for the body, or if it's a tzarech for the body, then it's going to be batal to the body, and it's not going to be considered hota'ah. So there was a question that's brought to Rav Moshe. The question was, what about wearing a wristwatch? Why is it a tachshit? We said the tachshit is a tzarech leguf. Which tzarech leguf does the watch do?
If the watch doesn't work.
Right now, there's going to be ways to say it's mutter to wear. But my question is, based on the way Shmirat Tzurba define what's allowed to be done, you can understand the question. What is the tzarech? It's definitely not coming to protect the body. Okay? So the watch is not protecting anything. There is no tzarech leguf.
This is the letzorach leguf.
The yarmulke is something that we need to wear. It's a clothing for the body. You're supposed to wear it. No, it's part of your levush. Anything that's normal levush, it's considered you're wearing.
The letzorach leguf, what he wrote over here about tachshit, is the second one. The first one is the tachshit himself. It means something gold. You wear.
Okay, if you want to say a watch is a tachshit,
and then you say tzorach leguf also tachshit.
Okay, so we're going to be different. There's going to be different levels on a wristwatch. If the wristwatch is going to be gold and it's nice looking, silver or gold, and it has nice design to it, you can wear it as a tachshit. It's definitely a tzarech guf. Make your body nicer with it. That's a tachshit. If I have a regular wristwatch, okay, then it may or may not be defined as a tachshit.
But you need to know the timing. You need to go to shul. You need to know what time you're going to be there.
Okay, so let's take a look at Rav Moshe in a moment. Rav Moshe is going to give an answer. We'll take a look at the Alka Yosef afterwards and see what he says there also. Yeah.
Nowadays, copy.
Knockoffs, right.
You have the same thing in $50,000, you have the same thing in
$50,000,
$30. Cheap.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's what you feel or other people feel. What you compare.
All right.
You consider.
Fine.
So for you, it actually doesn't matter.
Let's hear.
Gold? One more thing. What if it's you have a gold watch, costs let's say $1,000,
and it's not working?
A Rolex that costs $20,000 with stainless steel.
Right. Very good question.
$20,000 now.
I think it's more if you could define it as a tachshit. Is something nice or not? You know,
show off something.
No. It's like
something that it's tzarech something that's nice for the body. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at Rav Moshe.
Lacha says also bismano means at the time. Right now, the time a Rolex is a very very chashuv. So same thing.
Okay. Let's take a look at Rav Moshe. Igros Moshe, source 52. Regarding whether a man is permitted to wear a wristwatch on Shabbat. If one wears it directly on the arm, it seems that this is considered actual wearing and not carrying. Rav Moshe just threw in another category of what's considered wearing something. If it's directly on my body, it's considered wearing. We're on page 313. 313, source 52. So that's the interesting understanding of Moshe. It's not just something I have to wear to protect me. It's not just something that's on me for a necessary reason. As long as it's just on my body, it can be considered I'm wearing it. Then continues Rav Moshe. The proof is that there's no prohibition against man wearing a signet ring. Although its purpose for malacha that's prohibited on Shabbat, And if the stamp gets damaged, one would not wear it. Nevertheless, wearing it is permitted. As since it's directly on one's body, it's considered wearing, which is not prohibited based on carrying, although it's not a tachshit at all, and its main purpose is to be used. Therefore, when one wears a wristwatch directly on one's skin, this is wearing that should be permitted, although one wears it predominantly in order to use it. So, says Reb Moshe, the heter is on a watch, is that it's on my body. On my body, it's considered me wearing something. No, pocket watch is going to be a problem. You can't, even if it's gold pocket watch, you're not going to be able to use it if there's no Eruv. Now, yes, even if it's tied. But nevertheless, you're wearing it directly on your body. That's what it seems to be saying. Direct. If I'm wearing something directly on my body, it's considered wearing. That's what Moshe said. Right? But nevertheless, although for this reason, one should not protest against those who carry it while wearing it directly on their arm. It is proper for any Torah observant and God-fearing person not to wear it on Shabbat. Why? In order to avoid acting leniently with any watch. In order to avoid acting leniently with this watch when wearing it on the shirt, as many will not know to differentiate, and I instruct my students accordingly not to wear. He's saying sometimes the people wear it not on their body, they're wearing it on their shirt. And if you're wearing it on your shirt, then it's not considered wearing it on your body. And then you're carrying it. So Moshe is making this differentiation between on the body versus not on the body. Let's take a look at the Alkut Yosef and see how he brings the halakha of wristwatches. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here. All right, here he goes. This is his lashon. It's perfectly permissible to wear a gold or silver wristwatch on a watch band and to go out into the street even when there's no air. This is a normal manner of wearing a bracelet, and the watch is considered an ornament. It's a tachshit. Although the watch is often covered by one sleeve, this does not pose a problem. Remember, like Chris Reckon says, you see it or you don't see it, as long as it's a tachshit, you can wear it. So you don't have to everyone see my jewelry, as long as it's on me, and that's it. It's fine. Technically, says the halakha, one may go out into the street wearing an ordinary watch with a leather or vinyl band. If one lives in an area that on air, it is recommended that one purchase a watch with a gold or silver band to wear it on Shabbat. That says the Alkut Yosef, although, Nikar Adin, you'll be able to wear a regular watch out on the street when there's no Eruv, but please get one that's gold or silver. This way, it's definitely a tachshit, and you're not going to have any questions. Seems like the band, yeah. Oh yeah. I hear. I'm assuming many didn't agree with Rav on this. Someone who refrains from going out into the street wearing a silver or gold wristwatch will receive a special blessing from heaven. In an area surrounded by a valid area, however, there is no basis to refrain from going out while wearing an ordinary wristwatch. So that's just it's brought down l'halacha l'maaseh mikra adin. You can wear any watch outside when there's no eruv. You want to wear it directly on your skin, and it's better to get a gold or silver one. And even if there's a gold and silver one, it's better not to wear it at all unless there's an eruv. Battery operated watches. We're just talking about watches. Just continue with the watch.
They don't make silver watches.
Battery operated watch. It's permitted to wear a battery operated watch on Shabbat. It's not muktzah as a basis l'davar also. It's not. And there's no cause to fear that the wearer will forget and push the button to illuminate the watch. Likewise, one may wear one of those, Casio watches with the calculator on it and everything. We're not concerned that the wearer will use the calculator. So it says the Alkut Yosef, even allowed to wear one of those watches. Okay. Now, pocket watch. Someone mentioned about a pocket watch. Here's the pocket watch. It's forbidden on Shabbat to go out into the street while wearing a pocket watch, even if its chain is made of gold or silver. Since it's carried inside the pocket, and not displayed on one's clothing, is not considered a tachshit.
What about Apple Watch?
What about an Apple Watch? Say good. I would say an Apple Watch has might have different problems.
But it's always dark, and only if you
when you move it around, you're making it go on, right? And the lights and stuff like that. but it also records your vitals and stuff like that, which
Yeah.
might also be problematic.
It's not good.
You're writing with information that's going onto your body. It's like the cameras that are going on people. There's ways around it, but a person probably should not wear it. It's a good question. I'll follow up on it. From my limited understanding, I would say that it's not to wear an Apple Watch or a smartwatch. Actually, it was important to bring that up. I should have thought about it while preparing this year, because smartwatch is a big thing now. You're right. I don't have a smartwatch. That's why it didn't come to my mind. I'm old school, and I don't see no need for a smartwatch. And I don't think I can use it. It's too small, the screen and everything. What? Nobody has it. Okay. So, but it's just something I should have thought about. Yeah. I know people just look at it. They talk to it. They like this, like that with it all day. But I will look up at it. I don't think it'll be permissible. It's going to be very hard to say that it is. The light, when it turns on, when you move it around, it's recording your vitals and stuff like that. I don't know. I'll double check. Yeah, smart glasses. Yeah, let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. Okay, so we talked about pocket watch, regular watch, fancy watch, and stuff like that. Yaakov Yosher says even if it's battery operated and it has buttons, right? It's permissible to wear. We're not scared you're going to touch the buttons. Right. And the differentiation between the smartwatch and that watch, the smartwatch is more than just buttons, right? It's movement operatable. It's different, yeah. But it's not just yourself, it's your grandma. You're moving and you're causing it to happen and stuff like that.
So what about those watches that on your chain, on your neck? No, not women wear the instead of
it's the same thing like pocket watch.
So if there's no watch wearing it,
why should it on?
It's like a magnetic star.
Right. If it's like a Mug and David and stuff like that, if it's like a necklace.
If it's a tachshit, if it's a necklace,
so it's a tachshit.
It's a necklace.
Okay.
She's wearing it because she wants to.
Let's continue. Let's continue. We're on source 53. The Shorachat Shabbat is going to tell us other examples of what could be considered an extension of the body. Mutter litzet b'kippah tahat hakova. I'm allowed to go inside wearing both a kippah and a kova. Mishum shazu derech levisha mekubalos. This is the regular way of walking. Everybody walks. If I walk around with a hat, I'm not walking around without a kippah. Although once it happened, and then I realized I didn't have a kippah, I had to get one out. But usually you wear a hat with a kippah underneath.
When they come to daven, if they have a kippah, they put another kippah on top of it.
Right, because they want to have two coverings. Okay, so in the Yalkut Yosef, he says an interesting idea here. He says, outside the Tzurba for a moment, he says, if the hat does not fit snugly on one's head, and you're already wearing a yarmulke, you're not allowed to go into the Shut Rabim without an Eruv. If I don't have a well-fitted hat, the hat is loose on my head. It's too big, too small, right? I cannot wear that hat outside if I'm already wearing a yarmulke. What's the problem? Because it might be blown off his head, and the wearer might pick it up and carry it 4 cubits in the streets. Nevertheless, if he has no yarmulke beneath the hat, he may go out even with a loosely fitted hat. In this case, even if his hat will blow off, we need not fear that he will walk bareheaded while holding the hat. So we're worried that if he walks around with a loose hat, the hat will fall off, and he'll walk with that hat into the Reshut Rabim. But if he's no yarmulke, then he'll pick it up, put it back on his head, so he's not going to walk around with it. A distinguished person never walks in the street without a hat. May go out wearing a loosely fitting hat, even if he wears a yarmulke underneath. In an area surrounded by Eruv, anyone may wear a loosely fitting hat. So if you have no Eruv, make sure your hat fits. Sometimes what happens is they have these hats that are a little bit loose, and you want to put sometimes they put the cushion on the side of the hat. You go to the stores, if you have let's say your size is 59, but you're really a 58 and a half, right? So it doesn't fit snugly. So they go in on the inside of the rim, and then from the inside they put a cushion, or they put paper or something like that. Can I take a tissue paper, take a piece of tissue, and stuff it into the side of my hat to make it fit me better on Shabbat? Is it okay to do? Is maybe boneh? I'm fixing it. I'm making a building. That halakha says it's mutar. Okay, the person has a improper fitting hat and he wants to put paper inside to make it snug. It's permitted to do that. You can walk in Shurabim with that. It is not a problem. It's not considered repairing the utensil. It becomes part of the hat. Okay. As we continue in the halachot, we're on page 314. Okay. What about this? Someone who wears glasses. You wear glasses. You wear what type of glasses? Reading glasses, right? Okay. So there's no Eruv. And I want to go from my house to the shul with my reading glasses. Can I? Can I not? No Eruv. He says, problem, yes or no? The answer is going to be no. With reading glasses, you're not allowed to walk outside with them. Here he goes. One who requires glasses to see and for whom it's difficult to see without them may go out with them. You're wearing glasses like we wear for far vision. You can go out with them. The rationale for this is that the glasses serve him and become secondary to him, and it's not considered a burden. But one may not go out with glasses that are used only for reading, as since one does not require them while walking in the street, they are considered a musli, it's considered a burden, and you're not allowed to walk with them out. So if I just have reading glasses,
it's what is them all the time.
Well, we have an Eruv here.
Huh?
We have an Eruv here. We have an Eruv here. We're talking about a place where there's no Eruv. So if there's no Eruv, you're not allowed to walk around with reading glasses, even if they're on you. Yeah, it's not considered needed, and it's considered a burden. You can't wear them. But if you have those glasses that are half-half, progressive glasses or bifocals, whatever they call them, that would be permissible to wear, even when there is no Eruv. Now let me just talk a little bit on glasses. You should just know that the early sources said you are not allowed to wear glasses outside, even for far vision. Those were the early sources. There were early achronim. There's the ones who said no wearing glasses outside, even if you're using it for far vision. Chaya Adam, Mishnah Brura. They said you cannot wear them. What was their reasoning? Because back in the day when the glasses were first made, they didn't have around the ear and the temples. It was just like this, right here on the nose. Okay.
No, it's on the pocket.
And it wasn't made well. Even if it had temples, it wasn't made well. That it would very often slide off and slip off, and a person would come very likely to carry his glasses, right? Like some of them, right? They had the big side, and you would hold it like this, right? Whatever it was called. So those original glasses.
Well, you said early Rishonim.
The achronim. So they said that you cannot wear them even for far vision outside because you're very likely to come carry them. But now it changed. And the glasses we have are very snug on us. I remember just to explain how snug they are. So you see my glasses, right? These are, okay, first of all, they're expensive glasses. The silhouette is expensive, and the glass itself is also expensive. But regardless, we went on a roller coaster when we went to Universal Studios in Florida a couple of years ago. We went on a roller coaster. They said, put everything inside the lockers. I didn't realize, if I would have known the roller coaster, I wouldn't have gone on it. But whatever, we didn't know. We went on it. It was the first time in my life in there. Okay, we went online. It was a huge line. Part of the experience waiting on the line. So we go there. I put everything inside, except I already lost my yarmulke by that time. So I already bought, this is my second cap already. I bought a cap, and then I looked, that one went lost. And I bought another cap. Okay, so I'm wearing my cap, and they told me no cap. I was like, okay, no cap. But I kept my glasses on. Going on the roller coaster, the only thing I can think about, and I have a high prescription. Maybe not high as others, but I'm 850, 825, 850. It's pretty high. Can't really see well at all. So I'm on the roller coaster, and now I'm feeling I'm flying off. So I have a suffix in my brain. Should I hold on to something or should I hold my glasses down? Because if I don't hold on to something, I might fly off. And if I hold my glasses will fly, then I can't see. And the rest of my trip to Florida will be ruined. I guess where are you going to get glasses from on a trip? So I came up to this cheshbon. I said, it's probably safe enough. They made it in a way that I'm not going to fly off. Even though I'm going to feel like I'm flying off, I'm probably not going to fly off. So I'm going to hold my glasses down. So this way, I'll have glasses when I finish the roller coaster.
You don't need two heads for glasses.
You're right. But my glasses,
one head for the glasses.
So the other problem with my glasses is, so a lot of your glasses are very sturdy. Yeah. The silhouette, they're very light glasses. And if you bend them just a little bit too much, they crack. So I cannot hold them down too strongly either. So I have to hold it like this or just like this with a little bit of pressure. If I pressure too much, it cracks. It's a very delicate pair of glasses. They're very light. It's like paperweight. You don't feel it on your head at all. And that's the reason why I got them. I originally had glasses. They were very heavy. My lenses are heavy. and a lot of headaches because my head was always face down and stuff like that. So I had to get these type of glasses. So anyway, you can understand. Based on the story, you can understand how glasses would slip. And if glasses would slip, you want to hold them. And if you hold them, it would be a problem. Yeah. Now, he writes further over here. What about contact lenses? What about contact lenses?
Well, if this is the way he can see and it's inside, that's fine.
It's touching your skin.
So it's fine, right? But he says, if you just began to wear lenses, and it's common for the lenses to fall out. Sometimes you just start with lenses, you don't know how to wear them well, and they fall out and stuff like that, then you might come to carry them. So if you're a beginner, you're a contact lens beginner guy, don't wear them on that first few Shabbaton until you get used to how to wear it. Okay? Fine. We'll get the sunglasses later. Okay. Wristwatch we talked about, right? The wristwatch that serves as jewelry is fine. Some prohibit wearing wristwatches doesn't serve as jewelry. Gold watch placed in a chain around the neck for ornamental purposes has the halacha of a wristwatch. It also serves as jewelry. You have the question about the necklace? Same thing as the wristwatch. Okay. Now, we go to a Gemara, actually a Mishnah. There's a Mishnah, Meshechet Shabbat, Perek Vav, Mishnah Aleph, which is found in the Talmud Bavli on 57a1. So let's take a look at this Mishnah. Okay. Now, Bama Isha Yotza'ah. With what can a woman come out on Shabbat with? Uvima Eina Yotza'ah. And what can she not come out with? Okay. We're talking about jewelry that the woman wear. Now, we said jewelry you're allowed to walk out with. So what was the Gezerah? Why the Rabbanan said some jewelry they cannot wear is because sometimes the ladies outside would take off the jewelry to show it off,
her friend,
and they would walk with it. And now they would carry it. Because of that, there's a Gezerah that certain jewelries that is common to take off, you cannot wear it outside. Today, that halakha does not apply. And even when there's no Eruv, they can wear any jewelry. And we'll see why. But in the times of the Talmud, times of the Mishnah, that was the Gezerah. So here are the cases. Lo titzeh isha, lo v'chutei temer. Not with woolen strands. V'lo v'chutei pishtan. V'lo b'ritzuot sheberosha. She cannot wear these strands in her hair because they were loose and they were easy to take off. And we're scared she might take it off. Skip a few, skip a line in the Mishnah. We'll continue in the Tzurba. V'lo v'totefet. V'lo v'saravitin. And she cannot go out with totefet, right? We usually say totefot is tefillin. Really means a head ornament. We use our tefillin as our head ornament. And but totefot was another type of head ornament that the woman would wear, not tefillin. Some sort of head ornament. V'lo v'saravitin, and not head bangles. Bizman she'enan tifurim. As long as they are not sewn to her hat. If they're part of her hat, she's not going to take off her hat. But if it's not part of her hat, then we're worried. Either it slip or they should take it off. So you can't wear it. V'lo v'chavul. And not with a woolen cap, little shut rabim, and go into the public domain. We're worried that this cap, again, same worry, come off. Bless you. V'lo v'irshil zahav. And not with the city of gold, right? That's famous from the story of Rabbi Akiva, right? He got his wife the Ershel Zahav, which was a necklace with a picture of Jerusalem. Okay, so that necklace also might come off. The lo v'katla, nor with a katla. Katla usually means to kill somebody, which means a choker. Okay, there were certain very choking jewelry. Okay, so katla, a choker. V'lo vinzamim, and nor with nose rings. Apparently, earrings were not an issue of them taking it off. They didn't take them off. But nose rings, apparently, it was something that they did take off. Nor with a ring that has no signet. But if she go out with any of them, she's not liable for hatat. Why? Because the oraita, bless you again, because the oraita, you're allowed to work out with these things because they're tachshit. They're subordinate to your body. But the rabbis made a gezerah. So if she was over it, she's not hayab hatat. Okay? That was the Mishnah. Now, a certain type of needle that was used for decoration. All these things are decorative stuff, that jewelry stuff, that we're worried that they might take it off and walk around with it. And therefore, we don't allow them to go out with it on Shabbat. Now, there is a Gemara in Daf Nuntet Amud Bet, based on this Mishnah, which is a little bit more explaining what's going on over here. So let's take a look at this Gemara. This is in source 55. Okay, says the Gemara as follows. Kelila. Kelila is a tiara. All right? So the tiara, right, may be worn outside on Shabbat. It's a machloket. Rav Asar Ushmuel Shari. Rav says she can walk out with it outside. We're not worried. Right? We're going to see what the reason. Rav says is also we are worried. Ushmuel Shari. Shmuel says there's no problem there. What's the reasoning? Mar Sava Rav, who said it's also to wear Dilma, Shalfa, Umachvaya. We're worried that she might remove it and show it to her friend. And she'll come to carry it. That's our concern. That's the Gzera. Umar Sover and Shmuel says it's Mutar. He says, Man darka lemefak bechlila. Who is accustomed to go out with the tiara? Who goes out with the tiara? Isha Hashuva, a prominent woman. V'hasha Shuva lo shalfa umahvaya. She doesn't show off her stuff.
No, she doesn't need to show she's rich.
A noble woman.
Everybody knows.
A noble woman is a noble woman in old times, right? She does not let her guard down. Right. So she's always dressed appropriately and does not take off her noble clothing and noble jewelry. So it's interesting. I think it's just you saw it in general, right? If you read, I'm extrapolating from this. All right, you don't have to take it. But my Musar lesson from this is, if you're a Ben Torah, you're a Ben Torah always. Okay, you're always walking around as a Ben Torah. You're always that Adam Choshev. If you view yourself as an Adam Choshev, not sometimes yes, sometimes no. Don't be flaky. Okay, that's a Musar you can learn from over there. But that's the halacha. That what Nisha Chashuva is different. Okay, now look at the box on page 315, and despite distinguished woman, someone who considers herself Hashuv.
I understand it, like Isha Hashuva, at least she's rich.
Okay, you can say it's rich, not necessarily rich.
No, if she's wearing something really expensive, everybody knows she's rich. So
right, so
she doesn't need to.
She's not taking it off.
To take it out of the show. A person, she's poor and she's wearing something very. Oh, she will take it out to show. Look, right. Look what I have. You know? I hear. There might be more psychology beyond that. We really only have 15 minutes, so right. I can get into it, but we're not going to finish the year then. So let's try to finish the year. If we have time, we'll get back to it. Okay. So, despite the prohibition, these type of jewelry, the Gemara said you cannot take out. For many centuries, it has been a common practice of women to wear jewelry on Shabbat, even when there was no air. They wear all this jewelry, even when there's no air. Right. How could it possibly be? So Tosfot says possible reasons. So let's take a look at this Tosfot. They're going to wear it anyway.
Okay, that's one of the last reasons, but let's take a look. So says Tosfot, number one, as we saw, the Shulchan Aruch wrote this down, we do not have a real Reshut Rabim today. Okay? The whole Gezerah wasn't a real Reshut Rabim. So the Chachamim said you cannot wear it because you might really take it off and walk with it. Hey, you don't have a real Reshut Rabim. All the Carmelites. So therefore, the Gezerah, Rabbeinu Baruch said, doesn't go to a Carmelite. The Gezerah was only in Reshut Rabim. It's not in the Carmelite. Right? So therefore, there's no issue. Because there's no Reshut Rabim. Like we said in the beginning of the share, today, most poskim say there is no Reshut Rabim. Okay. Next. Then they bring down Rabbeinu Shimshon. And he says that is only issue if the woman will show it to another woman. He says today our women do not show their jewelry and rings. They don't take it off. They're not taking it off. It's not a common custom to take it off. I don't see women walking outside and say, "Oh, look at my earrings," and they take it off and take a look at it. Doesn't happen. It says the mitzias, the practicality is not that way today. The final, and this is what Chaim was alluding to, the Seif Damar, and the end of the word is Amru HaKadmonim, It is better that they don't know that it's asur to walk out with them in the Rabim, because this way it'll be a shogeg, it'll be inadvertently they're taking it out, rather than you telling them, and it'll be a mezid. Okay, so that's what Tosfot brings as the third reason. But again, how are we allowing them going out with this? I mean, today our women are tzkaniot, they listen, they do the right things. Sometimes they listen better than the men, sometimes not. But at the end of the day, the reason is there is no Rishut Rabim today. It's always a karmelit, and there was no gezerah in the karmelit.
And you don't see a woman taking it out.
Right, and Rav Shimshon that says he's not taking it out, you have no problem with that. Okay, so that's the halacha when it comes to jewelry. Now, is there anywhere else where this halacha might still be applicable? Something that I may take off and carry. So number one thing is what you mentioned before, gloves. Okay, gloves is something that a person wears, but sometimes they take off and they might carry with it, right? For me, one of the ideas that I gave, so Gabriel, I saw you Shabbat morning and I shook your hand. What did I do when I shook your hand? I was wearing gloves. What did I do with my gloves? I took it off, right? I was taught when I was a young kid, you don't shake someone's hand wearing a glove. It's not respectable. You do a hand-to-hand shake, okay?
Americans do that, so you forgive
me. So you take a hand-to-hand shake. So here I am. We have an Eruv here. What'd you say?
Moshe, my grandfather used to say, take off your gloves when you say hi to people, like on Shabbat.
Exactly.
It's not nice.
It's not kavod to walk around with the glove and shake people's hand. Wait, are you shaking the hand or are you shaking your glove? So anyway, so we have an Eruv Baruch Hashem, it's no problem. But here you can see it. I took off the glove. And now I'm walking a few steps until I put it back on. I just carried the glove. So, lahalacha, it says that according to some poskim, they prohibit going out wearing gloves out of concern that one may remove them from one's hands. Poskim write the common practice to be lenient, and one should not protest. But nevertheless, it's proper to be strict about this and not wear it like that, unless it's very, very cold. Some say what you can do is the glove should be sewn on to the coat, right? So now it's part of the coat, and so then it wouldn't be a problem. But that's on the gloves.
It's not a problem. Because what?
Anything that's part of the coat
is going to wear it.
Anything that's part of the coat, I can wear the coat. I can wear the buttons on the coat, the tags on the coat. All those things are buttoned to the coat. The coat's buttoned to me. So if it's onto the coat, it would be okay. The carmelit. It's a carmelit. So it'll be okay. Yeah. No. We're saying even if there's no Eruv, it's considered a carmelit. If it's a considered carmelit, I can wear something that I might take off.
If somebody doesn't rely on the Eruv, so don't carry. That's it.
You know what I heard?
You want to be mashma, you shouldn't carry the thing. They don't care. Okay, here we go. If there's no Eruv, one should refrain from going out in the street wearing gloves to protect one's hands from the cold, since one might take them up and carry them. Where there is an Eruv, however, even those who are normally refrained from carrying in the street have no need to be strict in this matter. So if you have an Eruv, if you don't hold the Eruv, you can wear gloves. If you have no Eruv, you should not wear gloves, says the Yalkut Yosef, unless the cases are very neat and you be careful. Yalkut Yosef.
Don't they consider water also as a wall, as an Eruv? You cannot step over. The water is also a barrier.
When we talked about barriers, water doesn't work like that. We talked about how to make an Eruv, but we're never going to get into that. In the winter, he writes further, it's permitted to go out to the street wearing rubber overshoes even when there is no Eruv. There's no reason to fear that one may take them off and carry them. So you're allowed to wear galoshes, okay? Your galoshes, your rubbers in the winter. Okay. Now, what does he go on next? What about slippers? Slippers are considered clothing. Both poskim dispute whether it's permitted to go out wearing them, or if we decree against us in case they fall from one's hand and one may carry them by hand. So again, the always question is if I might come to carry them.
It's not our custom to carry them by hand.
So says the Yalkut Yosef, there's no reason
to go without shoes.
Right. There's no reason to refrain from going out the street by wearing sandals, even when there's no Eruv. It's likewise permitted to go out wearing clogs and slippers, all that stuff. It's fine to go out with. It's not considered an issue, even if there's no Eruv.
They used to wear shoes only when they used to go in the water, in the river. So they don't see.
Yeah.
But otherwise they would carry it.
Right.
The step.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
What about?
At time they didn't have shoes. Only the rich people they had shoes.
What about sunglasses? What about sunglasses, Rabotai?
No.
Rabotai, what about sunglasses? Can I wear my sunglasses outside?
It also depends.
Okay.
Depends.
Says the Orchot Shabbat, even though they serve a person and make it easy to see, nevertheless, concern exists that one may remove them in a shaded area and carry them for Amos Shabim. So I'm worried I might take them off because it's something they usually take off. And for a medical reason, one must not remove these glasses while out of the house. But if I'm wearing it because my doctor says I must wear them outside because of the UV rays and stuff like that, then definitely I can wear them. What does the Yalkut Yosef say about sunglasses? He says some poskim rules forbidden to go on the street wearing sunglasses. For the first time, I take them off and carry them. Nevertheless, anyone who is lenient in the manner has a basic halacha to rely upon them. In an area surrounded by a valid Eruv, one may certainly be lean to go out wearing sunglasses, even if one doesn't usually use the Eruv. Okay? So if I don't hold the Eruv, but there is an Eruv, sunglasses are okay to wear. And if there's no Eruv, can I actually wear sunglasses or not? That is debatable. Again, if you're using it, there is what to rely on. Person should be careful not to take it off, to get into the habit of wearing it and not removing it. Now, there's also a different type of sunglasses. There is the clip-on sunglasses. So if you guys go back to the 90s, right? I think it was the 90s. It was a very sticky thing to have, right? And you put on this clip right here in the middle and to the side, and it was sunglasses that went over your regular glasses. Today, nobody really uses this because now they have the transition lenses, right? Everybody's having the transition lenses. They go straight from regular to sunglasses and moments. I got it for all my kids, but me myself don't have it. So the next time the glasses, I'll remember to put transition glass. I need it because when I'm driving, the sun is sometimes straight in my eyes. But so what about these? So he says, since it's possible to remove the glasses, concern exists. Want to remove them and carry them. So he's worried about these clip-on glasses. They're more easier to take off. What does the Yalkut Yosef say? He says it's permissible to wear clip-on glasses, sunglasses that fit over ordinary prescription glasses. In this case, there's less reason to fear that someone might take them off while outside, since one can raise the dark lenses. So some of them had the one where you could just pick up the dark lenses, right? It just came up like that. You remember them sticking out like that? So he says, so there's less reason to remove them. But anyone who refrains from this will receive a special blessing from heaven. Better not to wear it, says the Yalkut Yosef. So all these things are a little bit debatable. If there's no Eruv, Baruch Hashem, we live in a place with a good Eruv. So everything seems to go. When there's no Eruv, definitely it's a problem, right? It's not for your body. You're not wearing it on your body. It's not a tachshit, so you can't do that, right? So he talks about contact lenses, all these stuff we already talked about. I'm just going to bring. We have actually. Okay, let's do about a gun, and then we have a few minutes. We'll talk about some other cases. And Be'emet, I really prepared to start the next year as well. I thought we'd get into Erev Chatzeros, but looks like we have a lot here. All right. Carrying a gun on Shabbat. And if there's no Erev, can I carry my gun or not? Very good. You're very good. Rabbi Mansour says, if you ever have a question come to you, always answer, it depends. So you always have it right. Okay? It depends. What does it depend on? No, say good.
If you need it for security, if you need
very good. So if we have an issue there, right, and it could be sakanat nefashot, then a person should definitely carry a gun even outside the Eruv to a place where carrying is forbidden, even Rabbanah Reshut Rabim, or outside the Tchum Shabbat, if it's for civilian patrol, such as a policeman or someone, a soldier, someone who needs it. Take a flashlight, he writes over here, if you're going to need it. Again, all these things for sakanot nefashot, cases like this. But if you can do anything, kalachiyad or the shinoi or something like that, you should. Rabbi Goren, or Shlomo Goren, he says, a gun may even be considered a tachshit, a accessory, a jewelry for soldiers.
Yeah.
So as such, as long as a gun is on them, right, and they're wearing it, it wouldn't be a problem to take it anywhere.
For a soldier,
because for a soldier, it is an accessory for them.
A soldier without the gun is
the Yalkut Yosef says he's a little bit, again, we've seen this already before, he's a little bit more conservative when it comes to these things. And he says, a reservist who's called up on Shabbat for ordinary duty may not carry his weapons in the street that is not surrounded by an Eruv, unless it is necessary for security and otherwise cause a life-threatening situation. So he says only for Kuach Nefesh. It cannot be considered a tachshit. You don't walk around with it.
We have Eruv, but our neighbor, he's police officer. He has cuffs, he has gun, he has badge, everything on somebody could carry that.
Right. So we talked about in the past. We talked about if a gun, what status of muksa does it have? Is it a kli shelach l'isser? Is it kli shelach l'heter? Right. There was different opinions on it. We came out halacha said that it depends really in the community and who you are. And the tarikh of the time.
And you need some
Right.
people in the community.
A policeman
right
may need to carry his weapon at all times.
Yeah.
Off duty, yeah.
Even if he's off duty, they have an off-duty service weapon because sometimes they're targeted just to be policemen. People know about it and stuff like that. So it might be something that but a shayrim guy or someone else stop carrying around, or someone in the community stop carrying around a concealed weapon, right? Maybe in our communities, maybe unnecessary, and according to some poskim will be wrong.
Why they are shomrim? They are the one. Everybody is.
Shomrim can't really carry guns.
What?
I don't know if they can carry guns in the capacity of a security patrol, a security. I don't think a neighborhood watch can carry a gun. I think as a private citizen, you can carry a concealed weapon, but as a patrol, you might have to look at the New York State laws. I don't know.
Say communities in Israel, like you never know.
Right.
Well,
so that's a different matzah. That's a different matzah. You're right.
No, but
that's going to be fine. Everyone's going to hold. Everyone's going to hold. That's okay to walk around the gun there. Talking about Bayswater right now. Okay.
Well, we don't know.
Baruch Hashem, we have not had the need to consider this place a kind of a show that people come around. We don't hear it happening, so therefore it might be a different issue. Therefore, if someone has it, should ask the posek what she should do with that weapon. So that isn't carrying weapons, might be considered a tachshit. We saw these different things. Okay, we have 2 minutes left, so we'll just look at the laws of Shabbat as he goes through some of the other ideas. Yeah. Yes. If the hotel has goyim, yeah. So we said number one, you should not find yourself in a hotel on Shabbat if you can prevent it. Meaning, if you have no need to be there, you should not be in the hotel. That was the number one halakha we learned. Because today's hotels are all automatically, electronically, and stuff like that. If a person had no choice but ended up in a hospital or hotel and he has nowhere else to go, whatever that is, then it's very tricky. If he can come out for tefillah, if he can come out for a friend and stuff like that, you would want a guide to go into the room or leave with you from your room, if possible. You're talking about carrying? You're talking about with the electricity and stuff like that. So what's the issue with carrying? Talking about inside the building? So that's Erev Chatzeros. That's going to be the next lesson. That's going to be next next class. Erev Chatzeros is going to be next week. We're going to see. We might not even need it over there. We'll see. We'll see what we need.
One building, but what
hotels and hospitals and places like that. I'll just say this: hotels and hospitals like that may not need an Erev Chatzeros because everybody eats from the same kitchen.
One building.
If you're a Jew there, okay, we'll have to take a look at it. I'll have to take a look at it. But Derek Klal, hospitals, for example, stuff like that, where it's considered a communal place, you might not need an Erev Chatzeros, but we'll get into Erev Chatzeros next time. What we saw in here, there's much more here to talk about, right? There's a lot more here. We only got to where we can, and next week. Yes. We have Minyan? Yosef.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So this Shabbat, I saw that my water was getting frozen,
Okay.
So I opened it to drip.
Okay.
So the hot water, a little bit was dripping. Now I got